Hello, everybody. Let's get started. We're going to start with some breathing. So just find yourself on your mat, on the floor, and find yourself in a comfortable seated position. You just want your shoulders over your ribs, over your hips, and just feeling that spine nice and long. All right. And we're going to take a few nice deep breaths together here. So let's inhale through the nose fully. And exhale, let it out through the mouth. And we'll try that again. Inhaling fully. And exhaling, releasing. Now let's add our shoulders sliding up with that. As we inhale, just let those shoulders slide all the way up to your ears. And then exhaling like melting wax, let those shoulders just release away from your ears. And let's try that again. Inhale, shrugging up. And exhaling, coming back down. That's great. Let's inhale, reach the arms up overhead, stretch for the sky, reaching up. And exhaling, letting the arms come back down by your side. And let's do that again. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. And exhaling, coming all the way back down. Excellent. Let's just take a chance to free up the neck and head, just turning your head gently to one side. And to the center, and to the other side, and to the center. One more time, just loosening up through the upper spine. Good job. And other way. Very good. All right. So let's swing our legs around to the side. And we're just going to plant your feet in parallel. And place your hands along your shins here. So holding onto your shins. Find yourself in a nice tall spine. And we're going to start with an inhale, encouraging that length through your spine. And then exhaling, hollowing out your abdominals and just scooping and rounding, holding onto those shins like you're making a suspension bridge with your arms. And just feeling that delicious stretch between those shoulder blades. You can give yourself a little wiggle side to side if that feels good to you. But you're hollowing out your belly and rounding back. Let's inhale and just rock yourself forward and sitting up all the way nice and tall again. Let's try that again. Inhale, exhale, head to tail, contract and round your spine backward. That's it. And scooping it out, feeling that stretch, widening the shoulder blades apart from each other. And then nodding and returning. Bringing your pelvis back to its sit bones and stacking the spine nice and tall. Very good. You can continue like this, holding onto your shins if you'd like, or you can try to challenge yourself a little bit. We'll see how that goes. You can take your arms off of your shins. Let's try it 2 more times this way. Inhale, exhale, hollowing and contracting, rolling back onto the sacrum. Shoulders sliding away from the ears. Go a little farther if you would like to. Inhale, pause there. Exhale, nodding over that waistline, rolling the spine back up and lengthening tall. Good morning, abdominals. Let's try that again. Exhale, hollow and contract, rounding back, scooping out the belly as you go. Pausing here, inhale, and exhale, rolling back up to stack it tall. Nice. I love seeing everybody doing this with me on Zoom. We're going to take that lift of the sternum now and open the chest and look high at the sky. Keep the back of the neck long so you can still say, hello, Mary. And then come back to center. And then do that again, sending the sternum up to the sky, high release, long back of the neck. Sing your high note here. And then bring it back to center. Good. Now we're going to roll all the way back down onto our mat here. So you can either hold on, behind your legs if this is a challenge for you, or you can try it without the hands holding on as well. Inhale tall, and then exhale, paint your spine back down onto the floor, rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time, and just letting yourself relax there on the floor. Good job. Go ahead and bring your knees up into your chest and give yourself a little hug. Nice fold of the creases in the hip sockets there. Let your neck be easy on the floor. In fact, just let it roll side to side, heavy bowling ball head. And then placing your hands on top of your knees, on top of your patella, those kneecaps, let's just stir those femur bones around, massaging the low back, just taking a little stirring action. Thank you, Eve Gentry. And then going the other direction, circling, massaging that sacrum. Easy low back, easy legs, soften the hips. Good. And then we're going to go into a bit of a twist stretch. So I'm going to still have my legs up into my chest this way. If twisting is a little bit intense for you, you can bring your feet back down onto the floor and just let your knees sway side to side. So that's a modification if you need to. Otherwise, you can have your knees into your chest. Let's reach the arms up above our head, palm to palm, and then opening the arms out to the side into T shape. But you're going to pause just before you find the floor. So you're just hovering with those arms across your chest here, opening out to a T, hovering off the floor, feeling that nerve glide stretch across the chest and into the shoulders, down through the arms. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, gravity wins. Let those arms just melt into the floor. Easy does it. Yeah? And now we'll go into a twist from here. So you're going to twist your knees away from me, turn your head toward me. And feel that stretch easy across the neck and chest, feeling that stretch into the low back and outer hip. Take a breath in, and then exhale. Pull your belly button in to bring your pelvis back to center, and then your legs follow. Now we'll go the other way. Your legs toward me, your head away from me. Breathe here, open and relax. Another inhale. Exhale, hollow your abdominals, bring your pelvis back to center. Good job. All right, from here, let's hug this leg into your chest and extend the other leg nice and long. Just feeling that fold in the hip socket. Again, easy through the neck and head. We're just working that crease of the hip socket, maybe feeling some stretch there. And then we're going to lengthen this leg up to the sky. You can have the leg slightly bent if your hamstrings are a little tight today, no problem. And we're going to start working the foot. So just pulling the toes back to flex the foot and then working to point the foot. And we'll do that a few times here. Just getting that articulation, flexing and pointing the ankle, flex and point. And one more time, flex and point. Now perhaps extend that leg maybe just a little bit gently more so you can feel that stretch through the hamstrings. Give yourself a little deepening of that stretch if that feels good to you. Good. Always exhaling on the effort and encouraging that length through the muscles. Let's lower the leg a little bit. Again, soft bend so the thigh is nice and relaxed and easy. But I want you to imagine you're wearing your abdominal seatbelt here. So feeling you just zipped up your tight jeans, you feel your abdominals strong, and your pelvis is going to stay relatively steady on the floor here. We're just going to take a little circle of the leg. So inhale, let the leg go across your body and just a little circle like you're drawing circles on the ceiling with your toes. And again, circling that leg, seeing if you can really isolate just that femur bone circling in the hip socket, massaging that hip joint and keeping your pelvis from wanting to rock the boat side to side. Good. And then let's reverse directions, going away from center and around. Again, check in with your neck and shoulders if you can keep that all soft and easy. You can use your hands beside you as your training wheels. That's it. A few more times, just circling that leg. Great. All of our legs are swirling together in space. I see them. And then let's lengthen that leg all the way back down to the floor. And it may feel a little longer than your other leg. So let's even ourselves out. Pull the other leg into your chest, just folding that knee, bringing that crease into the hip there. And then as you're ready, we're going to extend that leg. Again, it can be softly bent there. No pressure. And then we're going to flex and point through the ankle. Flexing and pointing. Good work. Flexing and pointing and flexing and pointing. Good. Perhaps getting a little deeper stretch. Take some deep breaths here. Wake up those hamstrings. Again, check in. Find places where you can always release tension. All right, and then we can slightly bend that leg again, have that leg nice and soft, and we'll go across the body first, making those circles on the ceiling. Just easy does it. It's Sunday for goodness sakes, right? Just circling a few times. Breathe as you move. And let's reverse directions, going away and around, and away and around. Soft knee is fine. Just massaging that hip joint. Keeping your abdominal seatbelt working. Great. And then let's lengthen that leg all the way back to the floor. Great work. Okay, let's let the legs rest here and investigate what's going on with our neck and shoulders. You're just going to take your arms reaching up to the ceiling. And let's actually do a little bit of the puppet arm series today. So you're just going to imagine that you have marionette strings attached to your fingers and the puppeteer pulls and lifts. So I'm pulling and reaching my fingers higher up to the ceiling. So my shoulder blades peel away from the floor a little bit. And then just exhale and let those shoulders just melt gently back down to the floor. And we'll try that again. Inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, wide shoulders, wide back, melting back into the floor. Let's try that one more time. Reaching the arms up. And then exhale, nestling those shoulder blades into your mat. Okay. And now we're going to take a little rib cage arm series. We're going to reach the arms over your head, but see if you can do that without letting your back flare and your ribs pop up. Keep that little buttoning up of the vest in the front, your imaginary vest. As you reach your arms overhead, exhale and see if you can keep your spine where it is. And you may not reach the floor all the way with your hands, and that's okay. Inhale, bring the arms back up to the ceiling. And exhale down alongside your body. And let's try that a few times. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling, and exhaling overhead, knitting your abdominal vest buttons together. I do use weird imagery. You know that about me by now. Inhale, reach up, and exhale down to the floor. Excellent. One more time here. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling, and exhaling. Abdominal work, even though you're just moving your arms. From here, inhale, the arms come back up. We're going to attempt to roll up this morning. So if you are new to this, I suggest bending your knees, and you're going to let your fingers do the walking alongside your legs as we nod and curl. If you are more advanced, you can do this with the legs long as you bring your arms up. Exhale, use your abdominals and roll yourself up. Again, you can use your legs if you need to. That's it. And then let's just take a stretch forward. Waddle those sitting bones apart and just stretch over your legs, letting their hamstrings elongate a little bit more. Easy head, just hanging over the legs, feels so good. And then we're gonna roll back down again. So we're gonna scoop out the low belly and contract. Again, if you need to, bend your knees, hold on to the backs of your thighs. Let those shoulders melt away from your ears and slowly try to articulate right down your center line. Be careful that you're not zigzagging one side or the other. Really try to stay true to your center line with your spine as you move. Let's try this again. Reaching the arms overhead and exhaling to keep that center strong. Inhale, the arms come back up. I'll demonstrate without using my legs. Exhale, nod the chin to chest. Use your abdominals. Again, use your hands if you need to. Hollow and scoop. And this time as you come up, really think about hovering, reaching forward, and pulling your belly button like somebody's got you by the back, pulling you backwards this way. So you're reaching your abdominals away from your nose here. Take a breath in. Exhale, slide those shoulders wide and apart and slowly roll your spine back down. Again, with or without using your hands on your legs, that's fine. Rolling back down, quiver, 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 yeah? And again, we'll take those arms overhead, challenge that connection in the front of the rib cage. Inhale, the arms float back up. And exhale, nodding chin to chest, rolling right up that center line, curving, curving, trying to work toward making one fluid articulation. Hovering forward, reaching, feeling wide across the upper back and shoulders. Very good. And then let's just stack the spine and sit back up again. Good work. Bring yourself toward the front of your mat. Now, I always know when we are doing these classes that our flooring may be different for each of you. So if you're on a harder floor and you don't have much padding, for example, I'm going to take my mat and fold it in half now just to give myself a little bit more padding here. If you're on a carpet, you should be good to go. You're gonna sit toward the front of your mat there and hold on to your ankles here. You can hold on to the outer sides, you can crisscross your ankles, whatever feels comfortable to you. And I just want you to go to a tippy toe position. So your toes are just barely there, and we're gonna, again, scoop those abdominals deeply in and try to find a little balance position. So that place where you're just snug like a little ball, that's it, and your toes are off the floor. Check in with your shoulders. If you're holding your shoulders up like you're wearing earrings, you need to just let that go and let that release. That's good. So now we're going to be doing a rolling exercise. So again, if you have any issues with your spine, you might just want to balance here in this balance position. This is work enough. Okay. If you want a massage for your spine and you have space to do it, you're going to keep your spine in that scooped curve position, following the belly, looking down and toward your pelvis here. We're going to inhale, round things roll, rolling back only to your shoulders. Exhale, coming back up, and see if you can find that balance position. Now this takes practice, I tell you now, okay? So we're going to try this again. Inhale, rolling back. And exhale, coming back up, and try to find your balance. I love seeing everybody rolling together. That's great on Zoom. Here we go. Facebook Live, I hope you're doing okay. Exhale, come on up and find that balance. That's it. And one more time. Inhale, rocking back, massage that spine. Round things roll. It's rolling like a ball. Good job. So now then hold on to the outer sides of the ankles here and see if you can test that balance a little bit more by lifting your shins parallel to the floor. That's it. Shoulders easy and away from your ears. Really working your core muscles, scooping it and hollowing in. Make it look effortless. I always say that. Make it look effortless. Take your arms and see if you can balance without holding on. That's it. If you want more challenge, see if you can slowly extend your legs a little straighter without hitting the deck. That's it. Beautiful work. Beautiful teasers out there. And bend your knees again. Good. And then lower back down to our little ball position. Very good work. From here, you're going to take this hand and put it on the outside of your ankle. And this hand goes on that same shin. Extend your other leg out. And then slowly, this is a challenge, see if you can roll yourself back without going kerplop, back down onto the mat. But finding that chest fold position. So my shoulders are away from my ears. I'm looking toward my toes. And then I'm going to change legs and switch. If this is too much for your head, simply let it rest back down and exchange. So we're just alternating legs, bringing one knee into the chest and then the other. You shouldn't feel your back wanting to arch. You should feel that scoop in the belly, and we're just lengthening out. You can join me with the breath pattern here. We're going to go inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Again, inhale through the nose, inhale, float away, exhale, and exhale. Good work. Again, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. We can do it one more time. Inhale, inhale, excellent. Exhale, exhale. Hug both knees into your chest. Let your head rest back down to the floor. Rock it to side to side a few times. Well done. Good. From here, let's go ahead and bring our feet down to the floor again and let your hands just rest beside you. Palms up if you can, just to open up through the shoulders here. Feel your feet very, very even and parallel with weight evenly distributed. Try not to roll out to the outsides and let your legs flop open. Really keep them like railroad tracks here. So palms are up, easy neck and spine. We're just going to take a little pelvic tilt here now, rocking and lifting the tailbone a little bit up off the floor and then bringing it back to center. And then go the other direction, arch, stick it out, and then come back to center. Do that a few times, just rocking the spine, rocking that pelvis up, and then back down, and then tilting it downward, down toward your tail. And back and forth. Do that a few more times at your own pace. Allow your neck and head to be a part of this chain. So you may feel that your head moves along with you because I hope your spine is connected today. Your head is connected to your spine, right? And a few more times, just rocking and rolling. Easy does it. So now we're going to continue that scoop and lift the pelvis going into more of a bridge here. So we'll start with an inhale for nothing. Exhale, hollow the abdominals and peel one vertebrae at a time, lifting the pelvis up off the floor, feeling those feet nice and even underneath you. And feel like your knees are reaching forward, up and over your feet here. So you're making one long line from your knees through your hips to your shoulders, feeling the back of the body activated here. Easy neck and head. Take a breath in. Exhale, hollow it down one vertebrae at a time, painting a dotted line back down on your mat, rounding through that low back, stretching that low spine. And then just let your pelvis unfurl back into its easy resting position. Feels good. Let's continue with that a few more times. Take a breath in. Exhale to move, scoop, hollow those abdominals and lift the pelvis up. Feel that length in the front of the hips, opening and stretching the hip flexors here, activating the hamstrings and gluteal muscles here. Inhale, exhale, softening down, sigh of relief. Melt it down one vertebrae at a time. Notice if you have any zigzags, just notice that and see if you can improve that on your next few times. Let's try again at your own pace. Exhale to move, scoop and peel up, lifting the hips nice and high. Very good. So I'm going to throw a little monkey wrench into the works here. Keep your pelvis right where it is and still feel your feet even on the floor. We're going to do 6 today, 6 little heel lifts. So without moving your pelvis, you're going to lift your heels. So you're just standing on tiptoes on the balls of the feet. Lift those heels and then lower the heels down. But see if you can do that without dropping back down. All right, and again, lift those heels. Hello. And lower the heels back down. And again, lifting the heels, keeping the ankle alignment if you can. Try not to roll out. Lower the heels. And again, lifting up. My good friend, my baby porcupine, is sleeping underneath me, so don't let yourself get poked there. Again, lift those heels and lowering down. I think this is 6. One more time, lift those heels and lowering things down. That woke things up, yeah? Take your breath in, baby porcupine crawled away. Exhale, slowly roll down through your spine. Excellent. And as you arrive back at the floor, fold those legs into your chest. Give yourself a nice little hug again. Very, very good. All right. You're going to be shocked. We're not going to do hundreds today. I know. However, she said, we're going to do a variation of the coordination exercise. Don't be alarmed by the name of that exercise. So this is a time, again, if you have neck or shoulder issues, this is a nice little way you can go about any of the exercises that need an ab fold or this chest fold here. You can reach back and grab the corners of your mat like this and create a little cradle for your head. So you could bend the arms and then still find that chest fold, folding right underneath your sternum without involving the neck and head, if that's a problem for you. So all of these exercises, this is a nice variation that you can try. Make that little cradle. If you don't have a mat, you could use a bath towel and you could fold and find that chest fold, still activating those abdominals as we go. Okay, so that's an option. Otherwise, you can follow along without using the mat. Bringing those knees into your chest, we're gonna go into that chest fold position. As I do that, my abdominals are zipping up and I'm gonna reach my hands past my hips, hovering above the floor. If you can, extend the legs a little straighter. From here, we're gonna open both legs just a bit and then close the legs together again. Now here's where the challenge lies. Feeling that abdominal seatbelt. Let one leg open without the other leg moving, without your body tipping over to the side. And close it together again. And then the other side, opening that leg away from center and then gathering. And then bend your knees and rest your head. I'm gonna change my angle so you can follow along with me here. So again, we're in our little chest fold, hugging the knees in. Find that pivot point under your sternum. Exhale, curl up and reach. Both legs open. And close. Hands are hovering above the floor. And then one leg goes just a bit. Try not to teeter-totter, that other side of the pelvis. Gather closed. Other side. Open and close. Bend your knees. Relax your head back down. Okay, 2 more times. Exhale, curl up, reach. Looking through your legs. Play peekaboo across the room. Open and close. And then one leg opens. Keep your abdominal seatbelt strong. Gather it together. Other side, open. Exhale, close. Bend the knees. Relax the head. One more time. Exhale, curl yourself up. Inhale, open, peekaboo. Exhale, close. And one leg at a time. Open and gather, close. And open. And gather, close, and bend the knees, and relax that head right back down again. Excellent, we felt that. Maybe we wish for hundreds next time, yeah? Just kidding. Here we go. So we're gonna go into another really good one. My sister felt her obliques, and she's gonna feel them again. We're gonna work those oblique muscles here for twisting rotation, okay? So pull those legs into your chest again. For this exercise, you're actually going to have a gentle clasp of hands, one hand on top of the other. Try not to do a death grip like this. Just placing the hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide, and those shoulders are away from those ears. So try not to find your shoulders scrunching up as you go. So you're still going to activate that abdominal support from that chest fold. So you're nodding from the sternum and curling up. We're going to rotate. You're going to extend one leg, and it can be up to the ceiling. If you're more advanced, it can be lower down to the floor. But we're going to rotate opposite elbow toward knee. And I'm going to ask you to try to look past this other elbow. So we're folding and twisting around that sternum. And then we're going to exchange legs and go the other way and rotate. And oh yes, you have to breathe as you do this. Inhale, twist the other side. Take another inhale. And exhale, blow it away. And blow it away. And again, zip up your pants. Inhale, and inhale, and exhale, and exhale. One more time. Inhale, you're doing great. And inhale, and exhale, and exhale, and relax back down. You're welcome. Let your head turn side to side. Easy does it. Through the neck and shoulders. Very, very good. All right, let's bring those legs back down to the floor. And you can use your hands at your thighs again, or just hands off to do half of a roll up to bring yourself all the way back up. And then you're gonna adjust so that you're sitting tall on your mat with your legs a little wider than shoulder distance, okay? And we're gonna go into a spine stretch forward. In the Joseph Pilates original work, it's done with these zombie arms here. You can do it like this or simply rest your hands on your legs either way. Inhale, feel that length through your spine. Exhale, you're gonna deflate. Feel again like your chatty Cathy pull string pulls you back here from your abs, and let your upper body curve, but not fully collapsed over your legs. You wanna feel that hollowing as you go. You can tiptoe your fingers forward this way or reach the zombie arms forward, hovering. And then inhale, lengthen your spine, and let those shoulders melt away from your ears to sit tall. Good. I'm doing this with my feet flexed, so I feel more stretch underneath my calves as I go. Again, let's inhale, inflate. Try to time this with your breath. Exhale, deflate. Pulling your belly button away from your nose, stretching those shoulder blades wide. And inhale, inflate, rolling back up, letting those shoulders melt away. One more time like this. Inhale, tall. Exhale, deflate. Rounding, like you're curving over a basketball on your lap. And inhale, rolling back up, letting the shoulders drip away from those ears. Nice. Open those arms out to the side now, horizontal, palms facing the flat front. We're going to twist now without moving your sitting bones. So try to keep your pelvis where it is and rotate from your waistline. So my feet don't move. I'm just twisting from the waistline up. Now this is called saw. You're going to imagine that your pinky blade here is going to saw off your foot. Reach through there. Check to make sure you're not tipping off both sit bones. You want to feel both cheeks on the floor. This back hand is rotated under. So the palm is up, releasing that shoulder. Listening to your knee, say hello. Inhale, roll yourself back up through your spine. And exhale, unwind back to front. Let's try the other side. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, soft that ankle. And take this hand here, rotate it. Palm to the ceiling. Reaching both hands away from each other here as you're twisting. Wonderful shoulder stretch. Inhale, pull those abdominals up and in. Lengthen your spine to come back to vertical. And exhale, unwind. Let's just try that one more time each side. Inhale, rotate tall. Keep those legs placed. Exhale, fold and reach. If you need to do this with your knees bent, that's okay. Do what you need to do. Inhale, lengthen, roll back up. And unwind. One more time, other side. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, fold and reach. Good. And inhaling, coming up. And exhale and rest. There. Very good, everybody. Let's flip over onto our bellies now. So come onto the front of your mat. Again, if you need to adjust and double up on your mat, if your hip bones are bony, you can always do that. Let's start by making a little pillow with your hands, one palm on top of the other, and just rest your forehead on your head there. We're going to take a lift and a lengthen of one leg, just a little bit above the floor, and then lowering it back down. And then other side, lift it up and lowering it back down. See if you can ease up those shoulders, lifting one leg, just a little bit off the floor, and lengthening it down. And other side, lift and lengthening it back down. Now then, just extend your arms out in front. You don't have to press your forehead into the floor. You can have it just a bit floating above the floor. Try that same leg lift, but with opposite arm. So we're going to keep those abdominals zipped up, lifted and supporting, reaching out long and floating opposite arm and leg off the floor. Not so much that you teeter-totter side to side. And then lower it back down. Other side, lift it up. And lowering it back down. And try that again, lift and lengthen. Feeling that abdominal support center still strong, lifting up to support your low back. Other side, lifting it up. Exhale, floating it back down. You can bring your hands back to make that little pillow. Just wag your tail a little bit, relax that low back, okay? We're now going to go into a favorite exercise of some people out there. This is my goalpost exercise, so you know who you are. We're going to go onto your belly. I'm facing you this way. Hopefully you can see me. You're going to make a goalpost with your arms now. So you're 90 degrees from your shoulders and from your elbows. Check to really make sure you're not pinching or doing any other variations there. So really square, check it out. And you're going to start with your head down. And your abdominals still supporting you, lifting up. We begin by lifting the hands and the forearms as if you're on a ramp, but try not to bend the wrists here. So check your alignment, make sure that's all nice and square and flat. So we're just lifting those hands and forearms. Step 2, keep your abdominals strong. Lift your elbows off the floor, but still keep your fingers as the highest point on the ramp, okay? So we're just angled this way. We're already feeling it. Step 3, abdominals lift up and in. And lift your eyes, arching your upper back. So we're bringing the chest up off the floor. Good work. Step 4, lengthen your arms. Soaring over the metropolis. There you go. Then we retrograde the whole thing. Elbows bend back to your square. Make sure you don't go too far. Keep that wingspan from elbow to elbow. And let the head come back down, but keep those arms high. And then put the elbows back down on the floor. And then hands finally get to rest. Okay, let's try this 2 more times together. I'll turn this direction now. So you're in your goalpost position. Abs are strong. Here we go. Lift the hands up off the floor. Try not to bend the wrist. Step 2, lift your elbows up off the floor, working those muscles that tend to feel weak through the back of the shoulders. Step 3, engage your spinal muscles, extend the spine. Looking forward, keep the neck long. You could still sing to me here. And step 4, reaching arms forward on that ramp, maybe not all the way straight, but just lengthen it out. Now reverse it all, elbows bend. I know you're feeling it. And head comes back to the floor. Keep those arms high. And then elbows lower down. And then hands get to rest. We can do it one more time. This is for your posture, for your betterment. Here we go. And hands lift. And elbows lift. Wide elbow wingspan. And chest lift. Abs lift up and in to support you. And soaring forward, legs relaxed. Reverse it, elbows bend. And head comes home. And elbows home. Are those hands still lifting? And then hands rest. Your gift here, push back into hands and knees, into a quadruped position here. And we're gonna round the spine. Oh, that's delicious. Coming into that beautiful cat back, stretching it all out. And then lengthen it back out into that long spine. Go ahead and take that cow stretch, opening your chest, arching your back. And again, coming back through that long neutral spine. Hollow and dome that spine, beautiful cat back. And bringing it back to center. This time, without letting your low back sag, keep that lift through the low belly and simply slide the shoulders away from your ears and just shine your heart light forward. So we're just opening that thoracic extension, looking forward. And then come it back, bring it back to center. One more time through that whole sequence. Round cat back, and back through center, and then stabilize the low belly, that lift here, and slide the shoulders away. Just peekaboo forward, coming back to center. One more high, hot, mad Halloween cat, and then slowly hinge back to sit toward your heels. Feeling that beautiful child's pose position. Tiptoe those fingers, reach your hands as far forward as you can. And take some nice deep breaths here. Maybe wiggle side to side. Perhaps opening your knees a little bit wider is more comfortable for you. You can try that. And breathe into that low back. Good. From here, we're going to walk our hands away from me to one side. And just gently let your hips shift toward me so you feel that waistline stretch. And then bring your pelvis back to center. Walk your hands back to the center. And we'll do that on the other side. Walk your hands toward me. And shift your hips just a little bit away from me so you feel that length in your waistline. And then bring it back to center. Good. From here, scoop your belly and roll through your spine, just dragging your arms alongside you to bring yourself up to sit. Great. Go ahead and lie now onto your side. We're going to extend the legs long and do a little bit of side leg work. Hooray, they said. All right, so if this is new to you, you might try this with your arm long, just letting your head rest along your arm. I'll be peeking up at you this way, so you can also prop yourself up. If you're super sassy, you can try this with your hand on your hip or even behind your head. Nobody's watching. I can't really see most of you anyhow, so you make your own choice. You're going to take your legs, rather than being in a straight line, angle them a little bit toward the front angle of your mat, and just do a quick check-in to make sure that your hips are stacked, that you're not rolling the pelvis backward or forward, and that your shoulders are also stacked as well, okay? This front hand, if you're not being sassy, can be a kickstand for you. You can rest your hand here, but I challenge you as you go to see if you can wean yourself off of the death grip into the floor with this hand, okay? So your legs are stacked as if they're one long leg together. We're going to lift both legs up, keeping length through the waistline on the top and underneath. Flex your feet And then that top leg in parallel just floats up and then lowers down. Try to do this without any change to the waistline, just feeling these outer hip abductors. And then lowering back down. And again, floating up, energy through the heels. Halfway lower down. Bottom leg scoops up to meet it. Hello, inner thighs. Point the feet and slowly lowering down. Again, if you need to double up on the mat on your support underneath you, that's okay. Let's try this again. Both legs float up, keep long through the neck, flex the feet, and we lift. 1, and lowering down. Beautiful. And 2, and lowering down. Keep breathing. And 3, and lowering halfway down. Bottom leg scoops up to meet it. Point through the feet, lower back down. One more time. Lifting both legs and flexing. And we lift. 1, and lowering down. And 2, and lowering down. And 3, part way down. Exhale, bottom leg, adducts to it, point, and then lower back down. Good. So we're gonna do a little different exercise than my trial class yesterday. Take this top leg and lift it up again so that it's at the same level. My toe and my knee and my hip are all on the same plane. And depending on your space, it might dictate how far you can move today. You're gonna flex that foot and you're gonna fold in the crease of the hip and sweep that leg forward. Feeling some stretch in the back of the leg. Point the foot and use those muscles to press it back. Try to keep your buttoned vest happening so you don't spill out and roll forward. And again, so it might be a small range for you today, that's okay. Sweep that leg forward and then sweep that leg back. Keep checking in with this top shoulder. Easy does it. Let's continue. Inhale forward and exhale, sweep back. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can add a pulse to this. We go inhale forward and forward, point, reach back, exhale back and back. And again, inhale forward and back. One more, what do you say? Here we go. Inhale, we're working hard. And exhale, back and back. Good. Just take this leg across your body. Let your head come down if it's not there already. Place both hands on top of each other, making a book. And we're just gonna reach, slide this top arm forward and open your book. Let your head roll like a bowling ball again, following that arm. Oh yes, happy Sunday. Breathe into this beautiful stretch. Excellent twist. Relax that neck and shoulder, upper body. And then gather and reach, close your book, and return. Well done. Let's go around to the other side. Flip yourself over to the other leg. And find your banana position, legs angled a little bit toward the front there. Check in with your hips and shoulders. Make sure things are stacked and that you've got easy top shoulder here. Again, you can find your kickstand or lie long on that arm. As a reminder, keep that lift underneath your waistline and the length of the top waistline. We bring both legs together as one and lift them both up. And flex to the feet. Top leg lifting, 1. Laser beams shooting through your heels. And again, 2. And lowering down. And 3, come down part way. And exhale, gather that bottom leg up. Point and lower it back down. Now you may feel different on one side versus the other. That's totally normal. Both legs again, lift and flex. And lifting, 1. And lowering down. Inhale, 2. Exhale, lowering down. And 3. Come down part way. Bottom leg scoops up, magnetizing together. Point and slowly lowering back down. Good work, everybody. And again, one more time. Lift and flex. Check the shoulder. And 1. Test your balance. Be sassy. And 2. That's it. And 3. Come part way down. Bottom leg scoops up. Good. Point. And lowering back down. Very good. So now then we'll go into our single leg kick. So taking that top leg, so your foot, knee, and hip are on the same plane. And we're going to flex the foot and fold in the crease of the hip and pendulum swing that leg forward, feeling that stretch to the back of the leg. Point the foot and reach it back, lengthening the front of the hip. Again, try not to spill. It's not your arabesque time. Here we go. Flexing forward, sweeping the leg forward, pointing through the foot and lengthening back, maintaining that support from the front. Challenge yourself. How far can you go? Feel those hamstrings working. Again, folding forward. Inhale, exhale, sweep back. Good. Who needs weights when we just have gravity? Let's go with a double pulse if you can. Inhale, inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, relax the shoulder. Exhale. Again, inhale, inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, button it up. Exhale, one more time. Inhale, inhale, keep smiling. Exhale, exhale. Very good work, everybody. Cross this leg over. Stack your arms. Let your head just rest on the floor. That's right. Adjust your space if you need to. Take this top arm and reach it forward. And then open the book. Let that arm open. Let your head roll on the floor. And take a moment for yourself just to unwind and release. Relax. Anything you can relax. All those muscles that are hanging on for dear life. Good, good, good. And then reach, gather, close the book. And bring yourself back down. Very good. All right. Sit yourselves up again. And we're going to do just a little bit more of our teaser balance in preparation for some teaser work here. So you're sitting nice and tall. Walk your feet a little bit away from your center line here. Let's take one more opportunity to articulate rolling back down onto the mat. So you can use your hands here again, or if you're feeling like you've gotten some strength here, you can try your hands away, slowly lowering back down onto the mat, or helping yourself down as you go. Good. And let your head rest. So we're going to extend, keeping our knees together and feet together on the floor. Again, my feet are a little bit farther away from my pelvis than normal. I'm going to extend my one leg here, feeling my thighs still on the same plane. So I'm just extending one leg. Again, this is a perfect time if you want to use your hands on your legs to help yourself up. I'm going to show a little bit more advanced. Place your foot that's on the floor as if it's in wet cement, so really keeping it anchored there down beside you. We're going to take that inhale, exhale, find that chest fold. So here we go. We could use our mat here. Curling up, and if you need to use your hands behind your legs, do so. See if you can roll yourself all the way up to a single leg teaser here. There we go. Beautiful. Exhale, contract and slowly roll back down. Again, always using that option to use your hands behind your legs if you need help. And rest it down. Let's try that just one more time. Inhale, exhale, lengthen. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Fold at the sternum, rounding over the waistline. Be triumphant at the top. Big smiles. Inhale, exhale, rolling down as my legs are quivering as I go, right? There we go, rolling all the way down. Exchange, other side. We'll do 2 times with the other leg extended in space. So again, plant your standing leg, that standing foot down into the floor. Take your inhale, exhale, nudge into chest. Reach through the fingers. Roll yourself up. If you can, arms parallel to your leg. Inhale here. Exhale, hollow and roll down. Shoulders melt away from your ears, lengthening your spine back down to the floor, keeping those thighs kissing together. Again, inhale, exhale, nudge into chest, reach through your fingers, find that beautiful half teaser at the top, excellent, and exhale, hollowing your spine back down. Very good. Relax and give yourself another little hug there. Well done. Great, everybody. Go ahead and see if you can roll yourself up to a sitting position. So nudge into chest and whoop, roll yourself back up. And we're going to go into some of my favorite side bending work here. All right. So you're going to just stack yourself so your legs are swooshed to the side. This is a mermaid. You're going to pretend your mermaid tail is swooshed to the side. If this doesn't feel right for you, you can always open your legs out to more of a Z sit if that's better for you. All right, but essentially I'm really just sitting on one hip here, and I'm going to hold on to my outer ankles here with my hand here, and then this arm is going to lengthen up to the ceiling. Feel that reach, so arm right alongside your ear, reach for the sky, inhale, And then we're going to go over toward our feet, side bending over to the side, feeling that entire side line of the body. Get some beautiful stretch there. Excellent. Good. Bring yourself back up and then let that hand come to the floor. We're going to release our ankle, reach this arm up, high arc sliding down to your elbow, but really rainbow arc the spine. Try not to let your ribs just hang out this way. Really lift. My good friend, the porcupine, comes and hangs out underneath me here. Good. Take a breath in. Now see if you can use your abdominals rather than this hand to bring yourself up again. Little challenge there. There you go. Good. Try this again, holding onto your ankles. Inhale, reach high. Keep your ribs from wanting to flare up. Exhale, side bend up and over. Good. From here, take this hand behind your head, and you're going to hollow your abdominals and C-curve. Tuck yourself into your seashell on the beach, bringing that elbow toward your knee. Feel that great stretch through the side of the back there. Bring yourself back to your lateral curve. Reach through that arm, reach farther than before, and then bring yourself back up. Great. Let's do a little swing around to the other side and find this on the other side. All right. So again, I'm really just sitting on one hip. My legs are mermaid tail swoosh to the side. I'm holding on to that fin with that arm and taking this arm up along the ear. Reach up to the ceiling. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Take that length with you up and over toward your mermaid tail. Feeling that beautiful stretch all the way down to your side. Excellent. And reach, bring yourself back up. Exhale. Place that hand on the floor and then lift through the rib cage, arc up and over, rainbow curve. Let your head just hang there. Good. Take a breath in, reaching this arm up. Exhale, use your waistline muscles to bring yourself back up to center. Good, we'll try it one more time. Beautiful work, everybody out there in Zoom land. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, up and over to side bend. Breathe. Nice, take this hand behind your head, inhale. Exhale, hollow your abdominals and scoop and twist. Tuck yourself into your seashell. Beautiful stretch. Bring yourself back into that lateral curve. Lengthen that arm farther than you reached before. Oh, yes, and bring yourself back up to center. Very good. So I thought we would do a little extra. We have a minute left here just to stretch and breathe together. So bringing your feet in front of you here into a comfortable butterfly position. You don't have to pull those feet close, close, close. They can be a little bit farther out, just where you're nice and comfy here. And you can rest your hands on the front of your shins here. Very good. And we're just going to take a roll down, curving forward. So you're just going to nod your chin to chest and roll forward. Maybe slide your hands to your feet and stretching forward over the legs. Take some nice deep breaths here into your lower back. Just feel that stretch and ease. And then scoop your abdominals back in and roll your spine back up. Lengthen tall. Good. Then placing your hands back at those knees here. Press into the hands. And again, just lift your sternum, keeping the back of the neck long so you can still say hello. And then bring yourself back to center. Let's try that again. Curving head to tail forward, stretching out through the hips. Taking some deep breaths into that low back. And then rolling your spine back up to center. And then lifting the eyes, lifting your heart. And coming back to center one more time. Curving forward. This time, if you'd like to extend the legs straight forward, rounding over, that feels good too. And rolling up through the spine. This time, take your arms and you're just going to pull them into an elbow flat goal post like we did earlier. Pull those elbows back and lift the heart. And reaching forward, reaching the arms forward over those legs. And pulling the elbows back and lifting your heart up to the ceiling. Good, and lowering the hands to your side. Just wiggle a little bit, easy head and shoulders. Take a full inhale, reaching all the way up, feeling so grateful for all of this beautiful movement today. I'm grateful for all of you joining me. I think this is really special and amazing. One more time, inhaling fully. Oh, and exhale. Woo! Let yourself come back to center. Excellent work, everybody. I thank you so much. This was so great. Please leave comments either in the chat, or if you're on Facebook Live, you can scribble a little note for me. I really appreciate it. Check out our website. We'll be having a full week of classes from here on out until we know any different. So I hope you're able to join myself and Diane Masick and Janet French on a weekly basis. But I'll be back here next Sunday at noon, so I'll see you then. All right.